Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Subby here. So we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. The storms are kind of firing up a little bit ahead of time. This line of storms started interacting with some of this warm, moist air this afternoon. So they are happening a little bit sooner than what was kind of anticipated, at least from the models that were out there. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Bates County and southwest Cass County, and that's going to go for the next 31 minutes, and that's for strong straight line winds to 60 miles per hour. That's going to be for southeastern Miami, northeastern Lynn, southwestern Cass, northwestern Bates County. 60 miles per hour wind and nickel size hail. Let's go ahead and time this out for you guys. Northeast at 30. So it looks like Harrisonville at 337, Peculiar at 341, East Lynn at 349, Raymore 347, Lake Winnebago 352, Pleasant Hill 354, Garden City at 358. Looked like Lone Jack at 408, Kingsville at 408. We got Holden at 415, Green Valley at 422. We also have Pittsville at 421 and Centerview at 432. So they do have a new mesoscale discussion out for our area. Looked like there's about a 40% chance of seeing a severe thunderstorm watch to be issued for west central Missouri right now. It's going to be an isolated severe hail and possibility of 60 mile per hour strong straight line winds. So right now we've got dew points in the upper 60s. We do have enough juice in the atmosphere. We have that front that's very close by. And so here in this blue circle that you see outlined right here, this is the area that possibly could be under a watch here within the next 30, 45 minutes. But it's about a coin flip whether or not they issue a watch or not. It's going to kind of depend on what these cells do down here. Look like just east of Fort Scott, west of El Dorado Springs. We'll see if these cells begin to intensify, and that might be enough to get them to go ahead and issue a watch out for the area. But nonetheless, we still have a chance for some isolated severe thunderstorms. They're going to be pretty low grade severe, meaning maybe a 60 mile per hour gust, maybe an instance or two of quarter size hail. But we could nonetheless, we need the rain. So if we can get some good rain producers, I think everybody would be pretty happy in that regard. So again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for southwest Cass, northwest Bates County. We do have a new special weather statement. That's going to be for our friends down to the south in far southeast Vernon County. This is going to be just south of Nevada. Nevada, you're picking up good little thunderstorm right now in between you and Walker and along what is that 54 highway in between El Dorado and Nevada. But the stronger storm is down here by Lamar right now. But any of these cells have the potential for 40, 45 miles per hour wind gusts, some small hail. And then, of course, we picked up some 60 mile per hour winds on radar with this severe thunderstorm warning here about 20 minutes ago. Let's go ahead and check velocities on this right now. Looks like the strongest winds right now is just northwest of Main City. Basically, this area right here is where the strongest winds are right now. And they're going to be moving up to the northeast, up toward Harrisonville, Freeman, Prettyman, and up toward Lone Tree. So mainly rural areas up until you get up to Harrisonville. We'll see if this cell continues to produce some strong straight line winds or if it will weaken. But we are close enough to the front now where these cells are interacting with the front with outflow boundaries. So they have a lot of lift, and that's what's creating these thunderstorms this afternoon. And we have some spotty showers and thunder showers out there. We have 2 or 3 here just southwest of Clinton. We also have some down here in Nevada, just north of Nevada near Rich Hill, Butler. And then, of course, we have this strong cell up here in northwest Bates County, southwest Cass County. So we'll kind of see, we'll kind of play it by ear right now. We'll kind of keep watch on these cells as they continue to develop here over west central Missouri. In the meantime, I'm going to check out National Weather Service chat. Appreciate everybody joining this afternoon. I know it's a little bit early, it's about 3:30. Most people are still at work right now. And hey, Jonathan. Would not be surprised to see this cell down here near Lamar possibly go warned. There is a small hail signature, a little bit of wind I'm seeing, also around 50 miles per hour. This is just going to be just to the west of Golden City right now. So wouldn't be surprised if this grew and maybe warned here in the next 10 minutes or so. The cell up here in Cass and Bates County, still packing a punch, a lot of lightning. Radar indicated 1-inch hail, although that is not down on the surface, at least from the reports that we are getting right now. We still have some strong straight line winds. Looks like those are still just south of Freeman. Right in this area is where that cluster of stronger winds are going to be, mainly in rural areas south of Freeman and Prettyman. just checking out all the news out there from National Weather Service. Just kind of seeing if there's any updates on any watches that could be happening here around our area. Take a live look right now. This is in Dayton, Missouri, looking to the north toward this cell that is coming up toward Harrisonville. Here is Dayton right here. That is the camera angle that we are looking at right now from one of our sky cams. It is looking off to the north. This is looking off to the south there at Dayton. That's going to be coming up with this cell right down here by Adrian. So again, these are going to be very scattered, similar to what we've had here over the last couple of days. Just if coverage is more broad with these storms this afternoon, so we're expecting more areas to pick up some moisture. We can't. There's still going to be some of you guys that stay dry through these storms this evening, but we're going to get more coverage in thunderstorms in west central Missouri tonight than what we've had over the last couple nights. So that would be very much appreciated to get some moisture in the ground. I know there's several out there right now that are combining, trying to get the corn up as fast as they can. So if we do have a cell that is coming into Creighton right now. I keep getting something in my eye. So we will wait and see if they will extend this severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is another 17 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning currently. Now we are looking right into this storm here in Bates and Cass County right now on our Skycam. That is what you're seeing down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen right now. Pouring down rain right now, maybe even some small hail. We do have a couple of thunder showers coming into El Dorado Springs within the next 15 minutes. Walker, Harwood, Nevada. It's just about past you off to your east. Hi, Rim. So again, these are going to be isolated, guys. So, and again, I wish I can say everybody is going to be getting some moisture, get some rain tonight. Right now, it's sitting at about 60% of west central Missouri within any given point could get a thunderstorm this evening. And of course, that leaves 40% of us dry. So, but I am expecting more coverage than what we've had over the last couple of nights. We still have more rain chances coming in Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I still think West Central Missouri is going to get a good drink of water by the end of the weekend into Monday. But it would be nice if we could pick up a little bit ahead of time and add to it this weekend. So it does look like this cell here is kind of stretching down to the south a little bit toward that warmer, untapped air mass just to the south a little bit. So we seen this kind of dragging down toward Butler and right along 49, Interstate 49. Archie, Adrian down at Passaic and Butler. That's where these thunderstorms are lined up. So if you're traveling north or south in between Butler and Archie, you're going to go through about 15 miles of torrential rainfall and maybe even some small hail. You bet, man. Wax the slabs. I had everything set up knowing this was going to happen, and straight up 3 o'clock. Jake, my man, we had 9 kids, 4 parents all crowded into the store buying bubble gum right at 3 o'clock today. So we're already starting the week off with the bang, selling sports cars at Wax the Slab. So poor Clay, he's down there trying to man it himself. So if anybody wants some good deals, you might head down there now because he's going to be so frazzled that he's probably going to be giving cards away here in the next 20 minutes. Oh, gosh. Hey, it goes along with the territory. Community first, baby. Community first. Hi, Stephanie. Absolutely. Well, PK, and again, we've got, because this cell is kind of stretching out. The southern part of this cell is kind of tapping into some of that warmer, more moist air mass down here that hadn't been tapped yet. So as this begins to elongate, then it's actually going to come up. Looks like right now, Uri, Creighton, Garden City, you guys have a great shot at picking up some moisture with this cell. You guys have been really dry, so that's going to be good news for you guys. We have a little cell just to the south of Clinton right now on the south side. Looks like almost directly over Clinton High School, coming across Meadow Lake Country Club. Just a little shower. Probably won't last very long. So El Dorado Springs right now, you do have a strong thunderstorm just to your west. I'll be moving in about the next 20 minutes or so in El Dorado Springs. Right now, it's not warned. There is a special weather statement for this cell that's moving up your direction. But right now, just for 45-mile-per-hour winds, maybe some small pea-size hail. That's fine, Jake. Just don't tell Clay I said that. Oh gosh. And again, guys, we're kind of going into this part of the season, that what we call the second half of severe storm season. Most of the time, our biggest threat during this time of year are going to be the strong straight line winds and hail possibility. Tornado threat is really not all that great for us during this time of year because the jet stream is still way up to the north, up into the Dakotas, maybe southern Canada. And you really have to have that jet stream to help put a spin in the atmosphere to get any type of tornadic supercells. So, our biggest threats here over the next 3-4 days are going to continue to be just got attacked by birds on cam there, looks like, are going to be strong straight line winds and the possibility for large hail. So we do have a new extension of the severe thunderstorm warning. I'm sure the weather radio will be going off here shortly. My phone just went off with weather call. And this is for it does include Pleasant Hill, Harrisonville. So they extended up just to the northeast of the current warning. So there you hear my weather radio going off right now. This is going to be for the next 25 minutes for 60-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be for central Cass, southeastern Jackson, northwestern Johnson County, and west central Missouri. A severe thunderstorm was located over Harrisonville, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is radar indicated. And basically what they are seeing, let's go back to our velocity. So coming into Harrisonville right now, we do have some 60-mile-per-hour winds that radar is picking up. That is this right here. So those are 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe 65-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to be heading into Harrisonville here in just the next few minutes. So definitely some very strong winds heading into Harrisonville as we speak right now. And again, guys, this is great time, and I know I've been pushing this a lot only because we worked for about 2 months and getting weather call set up for not just West Central Missouri, but this is countrywide. Whether or not you have friends and family in Michigan, friends and family in Florida, they can sign up and get the same type of coverage with weather call. It's $15 for the entire year. And if there's really severe weather, such as 80-mile-per-hour winds or tornado, you're going to get a phone call right on your phone, and you're going to hear me on that phone call. And I'm going to be telling you what is going on and how you can take precautions. If it's a severe thunderstorm warning, such as what we have going on right now in Cass County, you will get a text message that is going to tell you that you are under a severe thunderstorm warning, only if you are in that polygon. If you're not in that polygon, you're not going to get notification. And that is really helps on the false positives out there. So if you live in Belton right now, you are not in the polygon right now. You will not get a warning on your phone. If you are in the polygon, say in Harrisonville, you are going to get that notification on your phone. So fantastic service. We've had so many in the area sign up, but I know we're missing a lot of people that have this great service. So we've got a nice little shelf cloud that's beginning to form. This is going to be looking south from Dayton. So Dayton is right here, and we are looking south. So we're looking down here near Altona right now, and a nice shelf cloud is forming. Let's go ahead and blow that up just a little bit. For those of you that might not know what a shelf cloud is, I'm just going to go ahead and overtake the screen here for a minute. So this right here is a shelf cloud. So it looked really ominous, but right now that is just an area of rain-cooled air that is heading toward Dayton and Creighton. So if you see this, it's not to be alarmed. Right now, there's no rotation associated with it, but that is a nice-looking shelf cloud that is heading toward Dayton, Aaron, Creighton, and Garden City. So I'd say this is stretching all the way from Altona all the way up toward Archie and Austin. So if you look to your southwest from Garden City, Dayton, Creighton, you will likely see this shelf cloud that is going to be moving into your area. But again, it looks very, very ominous. And you will see rain shafts from underneath of it. That's going to be rain shaft that's going to be probably evaporating before it hits the ground. You're going to see it's going to look pretty ominous, but there's nothing to worry about. This is just some rain cooled air. That's a leading edge that will be heading up into your direction. There's a better picture. Isaac must have his up too. So this is actually looking west from Dayton. There we can see it going, stretching from Austin all the way down to Altona. That shelf cloud that is coming into Dayton, Garden City, and Creighton. Thanks, Isaac. That's a good view. And again, it looked ominous. But right now, that just tells you there's some rain cooled air, and that likely could be associated with some 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts as well. So they did go ahead and issue a watch, guys. So I think they've seen enough where they're going to go ahead and issue a watch for parts of West Central Missouri. It will be up here on our screen momentarily. So it's going to include 13 counties. So this is going to be until 10 p.m. this evening, and that's going to include Cooper, Howard, Pettis, Saline, as well as Carroll, Chariton, Randolph, Cass, Henry, Jackson, Johnson, Lafayette, Ray, and this is, of course, going to include the towns of Belton, Brunswick, Carrollton, Clinton, Independence, Higginsville, Kansas City, Odessa, Raymore, Richmond, Sedalia, Warrensburg, and Windsor. So again, till 10 p.m. this evening, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for our area. And I did get my weather call. There's the our weather radio's going off. About 5 minutes, well, it wasn't that long. About 3.5 minutes before weather radio went off, we actually had weather call.
Just received the notification of a watch. What does that mean? The National Weather Service issues a.
So that was weather call about 3.5 minutes before the weather radio went off. So again, a great service is weather call. Hi, Sean. So the best way to get information about weather call, guys, as we go into the second half of severe storm season, is just go to our website. The website that I made for you guys, subbyweathertalk.com. And I'm just going to show you here real quick. So there is subbyweathertalk.com. If you scroll down just a little bit right on our homepage, there's a link there that's going to describe what weather call is, and there's a sign up link right there. You can put 2 phone numbers in it, maybe you and your spouse or you and your child, and you guys will be notified when any kind of threatening weather is around your area. And again, you'll be getting a phone call from me, regardless of the time of day, if there is 70, 80 mile per hour winds or a tornado that is in your general area. So fantastic. It's $15 for the entire year. I wish I could offer it for free, but we worked on it. There is a lot of technology that goes into this, but this is not a free app. This is a service for weather calls. So I definitely recommend this program for anybody that wants some real-time notification of severe weather. And this is also going to be for winter weather as well, for winter storm watches and for freeze warnings. So just a great program. Pouring buckets north of Creighton, I bet. Suzanne, you're probably right there in the middle of this little cell right now. Let's take a look at those winds right now and see where they're at. We are close enough right now to the Pleasant Hill, and you notice how we start to get a lot of propagation from the radar because it is so close. But it looks like the strongest of the winds right now have passed Harrisonville, and it's getting ready to come into Pleasant Hill. We also have a strong cell coming into El Dorado Springs, a lot of lightning. Looks like you'll probably see some small hail there as well. And that's going to be El Dorado Springs. It's going to be coming across 54 Highway in between Nevada and El Dorado Springs as well. Looks like it's just pretty much riding 54 Highway toward El Dorado Springs. Hi, Rhonda. Yeah, I think your rain dance definitely worked, at least for this area up here. So you can see the outline now of that severe thunderstorm watch. Looks like we had a console go offline at Dayton. Could be because of the lightning, I'm sure. So we will switch over to our Skycam in Clinton, looking off to the north right now. Looks like it could be being attacked by some killer wasp. You'll see in front of the camera here momentarily. So again, he's got the outline of the severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock. It does not include Bates County or Vernon County, as the main line of storms is right here. And it's going to be moving off in this direction. So Henry County, St. Clair, Johnson, Cass, Pettis, Benton County, we're all in this until this little line of storms moves off to our east. Hi, Dave. You're currently in Warrensburg right now. They are moving to the east northeast. I'll put this in motion. You kind of see how these storms are moving. So you're in Warrensburg right now. You're likely going to get the southern tail of this little cluster of thunderstorms here within about the next 20 minutes or so. It's going to be crossing 50 highway in between Pleasant Hill and Warrensburg. So we do have a new special weather statement for St. Clair County and far eastern Vernon County. That is for this El Dorado spring storm. So, Remington, if you are still on, you have a special weather statement for El Dorado Springs right now. Includes Shell City, Harwood, Montevallo, and this is going to be for 45 mile per hour winds. We got somebody looking in our webcam right now. Sarah, thank you very much for that donation. Very much appreciate that, hon. And again, all of our donations, everything that comes into Subby's Weather Talk goes right back into software and hardware for Subby's Weather Talk. I sure appreciate that. So we might be getting some pretty good winds up here. This is going to be really hard to tell. If you guys can see how this is kind of bowing a little bit right here. So this is where you expect to find some very strong straight line winds. And unfortunately, being so close to the radar, it's not going to do a very good job picking it up. But we probably have some very strong winds that's going to be coming up toward Cockrell, Lone Jack, mainly rural areas. There's Greenwood and Lake Winnebago is to the west. So really coming up toward, let's see here, that's the Lone Jack going across 50 highway right here. So very strong winds look like coming across the National Weather Service radar site in Pleasant Hill right now. Be interesting to see what wind speeds they come up with there at the National Weather Service. Arachnophobia. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. They're all flying around. Had two of them land on the screen just a second ago. Oh, goodness. Well, without any severe thunderstorm warnings, I would love to see this little cluster of thunderstorms and this line of storm to connect with each other. I don't know if you are still on there, Dave, but Warrensburg just got placed under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. This come across weather call and our software on a computer before the weather radio. But we do have an additional severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Johnson County, including Holden, Centerview, and Warrensburg. There's the weather radio just now going off. This is for 1-inch hail. 60 mile per hour winds are possible. And this is going to be heading up toward Warrensburg, Centerview, and Holden, coming across 50 highway. 5 p.m. At 4:09 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Creek, 47 miles east of Garden City, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar even threat. The following effects are expected So definitely could be having some very large hail just to the northwest of Quick City, south of Rose Hill. And those of you that follow my live feed, you know, we're looking at the velocity radar, tells us what direction the winds are coming out of. The greens, the cool colors, those are actually the winds. Okay, so we have another one here we'll get to here in just a second. The green cool colors are the winds that are going toward the radar site in Pleasant Hill. The red colors are going away from the radar site. So when you see the two that actually cross each other in close proximity, you have rotation. We actually have rotation up in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's creating an updraft. And that updraft is strong enough to suspend hail nuggets up there until they get so heavy that they fall down to the ground. So, in order for hail to happen, you have to have updraft, you have to have some kind of spin in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and it's got to be a cold layer up there at 10, 18,000 feet above our heads. So, right now, it is showing the potential for up to 2-inch hail. Although that's radar indicated, we're likely be getting nickel to quarter size hail on the ground. So that is going to be heading up toward Holden, Centerview, Warrensburg. And then we also, while we were discussing that, we also have another extension of the severe thunderstorm warning for Cass County that is going to take up here in southeastern Jackson County, as well as southwest Lafayette County, up toward Higginsville, Odessa, Oak Grove, Lone Jack, Lake Lafayette area. So this little cluster of thunderstorms is creating a little bit of havoc up here in our northern section of west central Missouri right now. I'm going to bring up see if there's any storm reports from the National Weather Service coming in. So right now, no storm reports right now coming in from the National Weather Service. Cass County, the emergency manager at Cass County has received no reports. Their weather station on top of the Justice Center there at Harrisonville only picked up about a 25-mile-an-hour wind gust. So far, we have not had any confirmation of any severe weather up here in Cass or Johnson counties. But and again, if anybody is listening up here in southwestern Johnson or in Cass County, if you have any reports of hail or strong winds, make sure that you let me know, and I'll be more than happy to send those to the National Weather Service. So St. Clair County, you guys are about to get some moisture down in your neck of the woods. We do have a line of storm stretching from about Appleton City down through El Dorado, all the way down through Jericho Springs and Stockton. And it is moving to the east northeast. So I've got this is kind of a funny story. I got to share this with you guys. So Jamie had sent me a post on Facebook, and as you guys can see, my little red dot here on my screen, so you guys can see where my cursor is. I guess her cat is having a great time following my red dot on the screen. Oh, that's great. Thanks for the picture, Jamie. So let's do a little recap real quick here, guys. So um, we have a couple clusters of thunderstorms right now. Our first cluster is up here that's affecting eastern Cass County, western half of Johnson County, and then of course it's also going to be affecting parts of Jackson and Lafayette County as well. 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe some quarter-size hail associated with these as well. The tornado threat is almost non-existent. I will never say it will. It's never that a 0% chance of a tornado when we have severe thunderstorm warnings out there, because in order for hail to form, we have to have a little bit of circulation up in the upper levels. So I'll never say 0%, but it is very, very low for the night. Now, we also have another complex of storm down here near El Dorado Springs, just south of Appleton City. And it has a special weather statement on it for 45-mile-per-hour winds and maybe some pea-sized hail out of this. This is going to be moving into St. Clair County. And again, it's going to be moving into Roscoe, Osceola, Vista areas here over the next half hour or so. Now, we do have a few other scattered little showers within west central Missouri, but for the most part, my goal, my hope was that these two lines were going to kind of connect and go across west central Missouri, giving everybody a nice little drink of water. But right now, it looks like there's a little bit of a split as we go from Henry County, northern half of Pettis, or Benton County, southern half of Pettis County. There's going to be a little bit of a split right in this area that I would like to see get some moisture, because here in Clinton, I've just received just a few drops over the last 4 days here in Henry County. So we would really love to see some rainfall. This little cell right here, western half of Henry County, just to the west of Clinton, has come on here over the last 5 minutes. So hopefully this can grow and give us a nice dose of rain out here in Henry County. So one thing to note, north of Harrisonville, which is about where we seen over here by Pleasant Hill, where we seen those stronger winds, that little Boeing segment here about 10 minutes ago. There are 399 people from Evergy without power right now north of Harrisonville. So those that could have been caused by those stronger winds we were picking up on radar here about 15, 20 minutes ago. And again, if anybody wants that kind of information, power outage or highway conditions, highway cams, you guys can go right to our webpage, subbyweathertalk.com. And if you click on the menu, you will, under winter weather information, you will see power outages, you'll see road maps, Got it all right there on our website at your fingertips. We also have radar. We also have signed up for weather call, in which I would love to be able to get everybody signed up. I mean, I want thousands of people signed up for weather call. This is something we worked hard on. You have to have multiple means. Just because you have a weather radio, just because you watch TV newscasts, you have to have multiple ways to be able to get warnings, notifications, something to wake you up in the middle of the night if you need it. Weather call does that. One thing I seen, see if I can bring this up. It was an interesting research I ran across today. I want you guys to take a look at this research project they done. So this was Cooperative Institute for Severe and High Impact Weather. Top 3 ways people say they receive severe weather warnings. 73% cell phones, 45% of sirens, and 41% social media, similar to what you're watching me right now on. 73% of people get their severe weather warning from their cell phones. I thought that was remarkable. And with weather call, that service that you get text messages, you get phone calls with my voice. I'm talking to you on the phone no matter what time of day or night, telling you what you need to do and what horrible weather is heading your direction. So definitely encourage you guys, go to Subby's Weather Talk, sign up for weather call, spread the word, tell your families in Wisconsin, Colorado, Wyoming, Florida. They could be living in Italy. It doesn't make any difference. Tell them about it. Get them signed up. Yeah, there's been a heck of a split here, Rebecca, right around Henry County. That's for sure. From about Appleton City up Montrose, Clinton, Urick and Creighton, Garden City, they've had a little bit of rainfall over the last 3 days, but boy, I'm hoping this little cell here continues to grow a little bit. Maybe get some rainfall for some of Henry County. So we still have about 38 minutes left with this severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Johnson County for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. We also have another 37 minutes left for this very large severe thunderstorm warning that stretches basically from Lone Jack up to Oak Grove, Odessa, Lake Lafayette, Higginsville, and Wellington up to Lexington. So I think the main threat with this particular cell are going to be the threat for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now that we're far enough away from the radar, let's take a look at those winds right now. So yeah, we got some pretty strong winds that's coming in just south of Sinai Mills. Looks like it's going to be heading up toward Oak Grove and Bates City here over the next 15-20 minutes. So definitely be prepared for some strong straight line winds heading up your direction. Oak Grove, Bates City, across I-70, as well as looks like, let's see, that's going to be 50 highway, I guess. Now, the southern storm is where we're a little bit concerned about the hail threat. We could be seeing some nickel to quarter size hail down here south of Holden near Medford. And this is going to be north of Rose Hill, just east of Latour, and east of Fenwick. Let's take a look at the vertically integrated liquid. So we still have a good hail core down here just north of Quick City right now. Let's see exactly where the center of this is. We'll put it in 3D mode and we'll zoom right down. Yeah, it's basically right on top of Quick City right now. Pretty good little hail core. So Warrensburg is still under severe thunderstorm warning. I think you guys are going to get clipped maybe from the southern extent of this severe thunderstorm warning. Holden and Centerview and 50 Highway area just to the west of Warrensburg is likely going to be the bullseye of this cell. But I still think you'll get some of this southern end of this cluster of thunderstorms that come through Warrensburg here. Let's go ahead and see if we can do a timestamp on this. So timestamp on that, Centerview 439, Warrensburg at 450. So here in about 24 minutes for Warrensburg at the current speed right now. So actually down here in southwest Missouri, they're picking up lots of thunderstorms down here in the Springfield, Stockton, Ash Grove, Mount Vernon areas. They have several thunderstorms down in that area ongoing right now. So, hey, we're starting to see a couple of cells popping up here in Henry County along this boundary. And that boundary is set up right here along my blue line. That is the boundary. So once this line of storm passes, then back in this area, that's the reason why you guys in Nevada and Butler, Archie, that's the reason why you guys are not included in the severe thunderstorm warning, because that boundary has already pushed east of you. So, as this line of storm moves to the east and goes past you, the threat of severe weather is also going to subside. They're moving east-northeast. East-northeast. We have some pretty strong storms here in western St. Clair County. They're going to be moving toward Roscoe, Larry City, Osceola, Vista, Collins. here over the next 15-20 minutes. We do not even have a special weather statement on this right now, but they are pretty robust thunderstorms. We also have a special weather statement out down here towards Stockton Lake and the town of Stockton. And of course, it's going to be heading in the direction of Humansville, Wablo, Flemington, and then eventually up toward Hickory County, toward Wheatland, Hermitage, Cross Timbers. So I do like this, what this is showing. More and more thunderstorms kind of developing, little showers developing here in western Henry County. Hopefully they'll continue and we get a nice little solid line of showers and thunderstorms that moves across west central Missouri. St. Clair County, that's a pretty good little thunderstorm down here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe like a special weather statement or something to that effect down here for St. Clair County. That's a pretty intense thunderstorm right now. There's not a lot of lightning showing up with it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see this get a little bit stronger here over the next few minutes. There is, for our friends up to the north, there is a new severe thunderstorm warning out. This is going to be for Blue Spring, Buckner, Sibley, Orick, Wellington, Richmond, Henrietta, Hardin. So this is really just an extension from this cluster of thunderstorms right here. So KK, her husband's working at Lucas Oil tonight down at Wheatland, Missouri. So we still have pretty good hail core right now, just southeast of Holden, Missouri. And of course, this is what's heading up toward the Centerview, Warrensburg area. And again, I think it's going to take a direct aim right at Centerview. And Warrensburg's going to catch some of this southern tail here as it continues to move up to the northeast. We got a few more lightning bolts here. A few more lightning strikes with these little cells that's on the western half of Henry County, moving towards Clinton. That's typically indicating that they are strengthening just a little bit. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening tonight. Looks like we've got about 200 people in the live stream. That's pretty good for the timing, with this being 4:30. Typically, we get a lot of viewers when we do this late at night, like at 10, 11 o'clock at night. We get a bunch of people in the stream, but 4:30, a lot of people still at work right now. They're getting ready to commute back to their homes. Hey, very good, sis. Well, like she signed up for some for weather call tonight. I'm surprised she hadn't done it already. So they are continuing the severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson County. So it does look like we got a pretty good little hail core again, getting a little bit bigger. Looks like we got a little bit of teal in there, which is about quarter size hail right now. So let's flip this over to 3D. Yeah, that's nearly right on top of Centerview. As you guys can see, between Holden and Centerview, that is where that hail core is predominant at right now. So could be seeing up to quarter-inch hail in those areas. And I definitely encourage you, anybody that might be in that area, if you can safely let me know what you're seeing, and that would be fantastic. I'll send that off to the National Weather Service. We got some pretty good tops down here in St. Clair County as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have some isolated areas with some small hail down in St. Clair County as well. So we did get a 55-mile-per-hour thunderstorm wind gust report from Oak Grove, Missouri. So Oak Grove is up here. It's right here. That was likely when this edge of this complex come through Oak Grove. 55-mile-per-hour winds. So this cell continues to kind of intensify as it's coming into Centerview and into Warrensburg. So definitely a strong thunderstorm. Probably the strongest thunderstorm out there right now is coming through Johnson County right now, going through Centerview across 50 Highway and coming into Warrensburg. So definitely be paying attention there. We still have that line of thunderstorms continually to kind of stretch and come together right here in the western part of Henry County, kind of in that hole that we were talking about. So that's great news. Hopefully we get quarter, half-inch rain. That would be a great head start for what we've got coming in for the weekend and Monday and Tuesday next week. Hi, Nicole from California. Yeah, because if you're used to people being on there for earthquake alerts. I don't know if I want to be live during an earthquake, though. So, Cass County, right now, you guys in Bates County, Vernon County, you guys are in good shape right now. So, if you're up in the Belton, Harrisville, Peculiar, Pleasant Hill area, or down toward Archie, Adrian, Butler, I think your severe threat is gone for the night now. So, you guys can rest easy now that the front has gone past you to your east. So we are going to be watching this line of storms as it continues to solidify into one solid line coming across west central Missouri. The strongest cell being right now in Johnson County, right over Centerview, heading toward Warrensburg along 50 Highway. There is KRCM, that's the airport there for Central Missouri State. No power in Roscoe. Thanks for that, Tristan. I will send that over to the Springfield National Weather Service office. Thanks for that report. Centerview, high winds, heavy rain, and now hail. You guys hear that is my lightning detector. A full-blooded border collie, inside doggy. He is my lightning detector. He can hear thunder from miles away. So again, we did send a report for St. Clair County down around Roscoe to the National Weather Service out of Springfield. No power. I had some radar estimations of around 45 to 50 miles per hour down that is going to be heading into Larry City, Osceola. And again, I would not be surprised if they put a special weather statement on this cell down here, but nonetheless, getting some much needed moisture down in St. Clair County right now. We have a line of storms that's coming across central Henry County right now. We have a strong storm up here in Johnson County, knocking on Warrensburg's door right now, directly over Centerview right now. High winds in Larry City. Thank you, Charlie. Peachside Hill and Magnolia, south and east of Holden. Thank you. I will turn that over to Pleasant Hill. Oh, they just got one. Report of hail larger than pea size. Size hail in Magnolia. You said that is south and east of Holden, Johnson County. 1641. Centerview just had a wind gust of 59 miles per hour. So that is right here. That's associated with this cell right here in Centerview that is coming up toward the airport on 50 Highway at Skyhaven and Warrensburg and the University of Central Missouri. And again, that's 59 mile per hour winds that would classify under a severe warning, severe winds right now. So you bet, David. Glad to have you, buddy. Hopefully we get this line here to kind of fill in to where we can get some moisture out your way. No rain as of 1647 in Chehalis. Hopefully you get a little moisture up there. Okay, so we did go ahead and extend the severe thunderstorm warning. This was going to again include Centerview, Warrensburg, Knob Noster, Concordia, Sweet Springs, Houston for the next 28 minutes for 1.25 inch half dollar size hail, 60 mile per hour winds. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Evans County, southwestern Canyon County, southeastern Lafayette County, central Johnson County, Missouri, until 9:50 p.m. At 4:48 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Warrensburg, moving at 40 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour with gusts and half dollar sign hail. This is a radar indicated threat. The following effects are expected: hail damage to vehicles that are affected, expect wind damage, siding, and trees. Locations of active include Warrensburg, Gainesville, Knob Noster, Concordia, Holden, Sweet Springs, Porter, Johnstonia, Centerview, Emma, Aldo, and Fayetteville. This includes Interstate 70 in Missouri between mile markers 46 and 62. For your protection, move to an interior room on the village floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued on 9:15 p.m. for the following counties in Missouri: Johnson, Lafayette, and Fayetteville. So this is the look down in the bottom right-hand corner. That is the look from downtown Clinton looking south toward Deepwater, Lowry City. They've got a pretty good little cell that is intensifying just south of Deepwater right now. And actually what you are seeing on camera right here is what you are seeing right here. So we got some turbulent skies up there. Looks like we probably have some some strong updrafts with that as well, what I'm seeing on cam, and probably some, probably maybe nickel size hail that's going to be coming into Brownington. Deepwater, Brownington, Gaines, and Mount Zion. You guys are kind of in the bullseye of this this little hail core that's ongoing right now. We'll keep a little watch on this cell down by Brownington and Deepwater there on our Skycam. Up here in Warrensburg, you guys are just getting to the you guys are just getting the southern edge of this cell right now coming through Centerview. So this one here looks like and again, I would not be surprised if we see a special weather statement come out on this. It has a really healthy hail core on it right now. If anybody down in the Deepwater, Brownington area, Alan, if you're on, if you could keep an eye on hail size so we can get that report to the National Weather Service. No, Dixie, you'll be okay. Clinton, unfortunately, it's not. We've got a couple thunderstorms in our area, but right now looks like we're just getting a shower here in Clinton. So nothing severe by no means. We're just watching this cell down here by Deepwater, Brownington. That's what we're seeing up here on our Skycam right now. Kind of keeping a good look at it. As you know, you can kind of see this little area right here. That is the updraft portion of the storm. This section that my cursor is going across right now. So if this was a case in which we would be, having a potential of a tornado in which our conditions are almost zero for any kind of tornado formation near the surface. But that is where I would be looking as a storm chaser, would be right along this area right here. But we do not have conditions that are favorable for tornadoes this evening. We don't have to worry about them. But I'm keeping an eye on that updraft for hail size to see if I can see it maybe grow in intensity any at all. So anybody down in the Deepwater, Brownington area, if you could, if you receive any hail reports, let me know. So, of course, my lightning detector and the thunder just boomed here in Clinton. So a little bit of a recap here. We've got a line of storm stretching from down by Springfield, Republic area, all the way up through St. Clair County, Lowry City, Osceola. You guys are getting hit with this now, all the way up through Deepwater, Brownington, Clinton, up to Warrensburg, and then all the way up to our friends, all the way up here into Richmond, Lawson area, Kearney. And this is ahead of a front that is moving through west central Missouri right now. And we do still have a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 21 minutes for Johnson County. That includes Centerview and Warrensburg, Noster area for half-dollar size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. No, I'm not expecting anything other than maybe just some showers this evening. Once this line moves to your east and the line of storms moves past, then your severe threat is pretty much over for the night as that front has moved off to your east. All right, so we do have another severe thunderstorm warning. Just came up on weather call on my phone since I have multiple counties. This was going to be for far south eastern St. Clair County, down around Wablo, Collins area, Wheatland. They're at the racetrack. They are now under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going to be for 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So anybody down at the races, now would be a good time to be heading to your cars there at the racetrack. Hermitage, also far southwestern Benton County includes the town of Bentonville. That's going to be mainly a rural area down here, but nonetheless, anybody that lives down in that area, they want to take note. Could have some 1 inch hail and up to 60-mile-per-hour winds. The following events are expected. No damage to vehicles is expected. Expect little damage to entries. Locations of assets include Palm Beach State Park, Hermitage, Orlando, Cleveland, College, Christopher, Harbor, and Elton. For your protection, for the area on the lowest floor of a building. Repeat, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued from the following counties in Missouri and St. Clair. Well, we are starting to get some rainfall here in Henry County here at downtown Clinton. We do finally have some rain falling out of the sky. So Benton County, you guys are going to be getting this line moving through here, probably here within the next. Let's see here. See if we get it's moving northeast at 31. About a little bit. Let's put a timestamp on for Benton County here. We'll put 30 as an average. So for Benton County, we've got Iconium at 513, Cole at 518, Leesville 523, Warsaw at 529, White Branch at 530, Lincoln at 543, Edmondson, Lakeview Heights area right around 550, Ionia 554, Cole Camp 559, and Lake Creek at 610. So yeah, I can really hear that rain coming down here in Clinton. Oh, that's such a good sound. Such a good sound. So again, guys, what we're boy, look at that! Look at our camera. Boy, it's really coming down. You can see the horizontal rain. You can definitely see those sheets of rain moving across. We're right smack dab in that really, really heavy rain that just blossomed right over Clinton. Woo. Yeah, my lightning detector is going off. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a little bit of pea-sized hail with this too. Wow, look at those horizontal rain bands coming down Ohio Street. My goodness. Kind of blow this up just a little bit. You guys can see those horizontal bands going down Ohio Street. See what what our wind speed. "39-mile-per-hour wind gusts so far." So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning out. Of course, still for St. Clair and Benton County, right in this area. Looks like we might have just lost power. We'll come back to that here in just a moment. So right over Wablo, looks like you guys are getting some hail right now. It's going to be moving up again at the racetrack in Wablo. So I'm sorry, in Wheatland. So if anybody is down, possibly watching this, or maybe a loved one is down watching the races in Wheatland, now's a good time to head to the car before this strong thunderstorm comes across your area. And thank goodness this line kind of built right on top of Clinton. And this line is going to continue to move east. Not expecting it to really weaken, maybe just intensify just a little bit, kind of like it did right over Clinton moments ago. And it's going to be heading over toward Windsor, Leesville, and then eventually over toward Benton County, Warsaw, Lincoln. And right now, the cell that is up here in Johnson County is now just north of Warrensburg. This is going to be mainly in rural areas around the Hazel Hill Conservation Area, and then eventually up toward Mount Olive, Valley City, and Fayetteville. Some kind of damage in Warrensburg. Well, right now, I'm in communication with the emergency management office there in Johnson County. Lots of cloud to ground lightning, but so far no damage reports, so to speak, in Johnson County. Bates City and Lafayette, they do have branches down, 6-foot fences down. So likely 50 to 60-mile-per-hour winds up near Bates City. That's going to be up there just east of Odessa. Sparrowfoot, Alberta, which is over by our airport. You guys are going to get the torrential rains that Clinton just had. Horizontal rain, 30 to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, maybe some small hail associated with too. So down around the Cole area along 7 Highway, Sparrowfoot, down toward Gaines Ranch, or down toward Gaines, I'm sorry, not Gaines Ranch. Well, you got to have quarter-inch hail or 60-mile-per-hour winds in order for it to be warned, Jordan. We didn't have either. I had close to 40-mile-per-hour winds, and we had some pea-sized hail from a couple of reports, but that's not severe warned. Just a strong summertime thunderstorm, basically. So we do have a report from Warrensburg now. So let's jump back over here to the Warrensburg. So there is a lot of tree debris across road at Southwest Division Road and 58 Highway. Fire is dispatched and the tree is out of the way. So we do have a little bit of wind damage up there in Johnson County. Centerview, as that cell moved across Centerview, we had a 59-mile-per-hour wind gust, and we just have another report that came in while that cell was on top of Centerview, 66-mile-per-hour wind gusts associated with that cell. So we could see a little bit of damage reports coming out of Johnson County, really in between Centerview and Warrensburg area. Quarter-size hail and Wablo. Thank you. I will pass that along there. I appreciate that. Thank you for that, KK. I just sent that off to the National Weather Service in Springfield. That will help them continue this severe thunderstorm warning. And actually, this cell continues to just kind of grow and get just a little bit stronger. And again, this is coming across Sparrowfoot right now. And again, maybe in torrential rains and probably some pea-sized hail with that as well. And then, of course, that's just going to be coming in toward Alberta. They're on 7 Highway between Clinton and Tightwad. You guys are going to get hit with horizontal rains. The visibility on 7 Highway will likely be down to 0 out there on 7 Highway. If it's anything like what we had here in Clinton, it was hard just to see out of the camera with all of the horizontal rain. Thanks, Josh. .33 is what I got at my weather station in Clinton. So that was a very fast .33, as it's just sprinkling out there right now. So that was definitely some very substantial rainfall in a short amount of time. It probably just bounced off of our hard ground and ran off into the gully, probably. So Sedalia is actually in a pretty good spot right now. You guys are kind of in between the storms. I do kind of expect a little bit more development in between Knob Noster and Leesville. Maybe it might kind of fill in just a little bit as it moves to the south or to the northeast toward Pettis County and Sedalia. But right now, you're kind of in between the storms right now. Oh, hush, Fred. I know. I gotta wait for that director of mine over at emergency management. They're waiting on a darn cable. Once they get that cable, we're gonna get up. We're gonna get some cameras up on your grain bin out there. I just got access to one in Coal Camp. That very thankful that Luke got me set up with. So we've got Cass and Bates and Henry and Benton and right here in Clinton and your cams. We get out there on the grain bin, man. We'll have West Central Missouri covered, and that's fantastic. That's so beneficial. Now we have up to radar looking at up to 2-inch maximum hail size. 100% hail probability out of that cell. 70% chance there could be severe hail, 1/4 inch or larger, coming out of this cell down here near Sparrowfoot, Gaines, coming into Cole and Alberta and Tightwad. So definitely prepare yourself for a little bit of hail out of this cell over here in Henry County. I'll tell you what, I'm really surprised this cell here is not at least special weather statement. Okay, so we still have another severe thunderstorm warning going up for Johnson County and northwest Pettis County here in West Central Missouri. That's for the same cell right here, coming through Knob Noster, be heading up towards Concordia, Sweet Springs, and Houstonia in Pettis County. And if this continues, I would not be surprised if this went warned. Right here, coming into Leesville, Tightwad. That's a really healthy hail core that's ongoing right now. High winds between Z Highway and Warsaw. Thank you. Yep, you're right out here ahead of this little cell here. So up in Johnson County, traffic lights at North McGuire and 50 Highway overpass is out. The traffic is backed up due to a crash in Johnson County. So, yeah, we just had another update on this cell here near Alberta. That's right on 7 Highway. So this is likely going to be warned or at least special weather statement set up for Henry County. This will be heading over into Benton County here over the next 25 minutes or so. I'm really surprised we don't have anything on this cell yet, because this one here looked like probably the strongest cell that's out there right now was what was gaining strength right over Clinton and is now pushed off to the east of Clinton, heading toward Tightwad, Leesville area. Yeah, Susie, I am thankful for the rain as well. We sure needed it, that's for sure. And this is a little bit of a precursor. As you guys can see, we have more coverage of the rainfall. Even though some of these thunderstorms have been kind of scattered, but we have good coverage of these thunderstorms tonight. That's what's a little bit different than what we've been seeing over the last few nights. We have, we've had several severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and large hail up the size of quarters this evening. We still have an outside chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. I think most of tomorrow is just going to be partly cloudy to partly sunny tomorrow, and then another chance for rain coming in on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'm watching on Sunday for another potential to see a couple more robust thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon. So tonight and Sunday were kind of my two big days that I was kind of watching for any severe weather. But we definitely like the okay, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning, guys, and this is going to be for Henry County. And we knew this was going to happen because this storm continually to intensify once it passed Clinton. So for the next 28 minutes for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Henry County. At 5:16, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles east of Clinton, which is right out at our airport, moving northeast at 30. 60-mile-per-hour wind, quarter-size hail. Clinton, Windsor, Calhoun, Cole, Tightwad, and Truman Lake are impacted locations. Now, Clinton per se, you guys, we are just behind that line. So the worst has passed for Clinton proper. But if you live out by the airport and east, that is what the severe thunderstorm warning is for. So just be mindful. You could get some quarter-inch hail and up to 60-mile-per-hour winds, which right now I'm not picking up any severe winds. We do have some looking like maybe 40-mile-per-hour winds, but I'm not seeing anything suggesting 60-mile-per-hour winds on radar right now on velocity scan. But we definitely have a little bit of a hail core. Let's just jump down and see. Let's see where that hail core is at. So there is where the hail core is. Alberta, Hortense, Leesville, Tightwad, Cole. Just east of Sparrowfoot right now is where we're seeing that hail core at right now. So they definitely expect to see a little bit of hail coming out of this cell. Very high cloud tops right now. So severe thunderstorm warning before my weather radio went off, since I live here in Henry County. And the severe thunderstorm warning has me in that polygon. Weather Call sent me a text message You see that. The text message comes with radar, tells me to take cover, that I am under a severe thunderstorm warning. And hail and damaging winds are happening right now at my location. So because I'm in a polygon, it sent me that notification before my weather radio went off. So again, just another piece of evidence talking about weather call and how important it is for everybody to have that, to wake you up in the middle of the night, or to just notify you when you have threatening weather around. You go to southernweathertalk.com. Right on our homepage, there is a link there you can click that goes to weather call page, learn something about weather call, and there's a sign up link right there for you as well. So Cass County, you realize that in Jackson County, you guys are no longer in that severe thunderstorm watch. They allowed it to expire early because you guys are behind that front where all of these thunderstorms are erupting along. So, all right, Warsaw, you guys get ready for some torrential rains. Whitakerville, White Branch, Warsaw. So this line of storms is heading your direction. Torrential rains. And the cell up here, it is going across Knob Noster right now with a little bit of hail and likely some gusty winds as well. You guys in Warrensburg, Knob Noster, Houstonia, you guys are in that severe thunderstorm warning for about the next 39 minutes. Now, one thing I can say, that they did just upgrade this. Yeah, they just upgraded that at 523. So just right now. So it is now a considerable damage threat assessment with this severe thunderstorm warning in Jackson and northwest Pettis County and into Lafayette. So if that warning, if you have weather call, if you are in that polygon, you would be getting a phone call with my voice. I would be talking to you, telling you that you have considerable damage that is possible in your area and how you should take precaution. So this is a great example of when weather call will actually give you a phone call, day or night, and tell you and wake you up and tell you that you have a very serious thunderstorm that is coming towards you. So this is a very intense thunderstorm up here, Concordia, Sweet Springs. Let's take a look at wind speed. So yeah, we've got some pretty good winds coming right in this area. Concordia, Sweet Springs, moving on up to the northwest. So definitely, if you have any friends or family up in this area, you get up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. Those are damaging winds. All right, so Yolo, Roseland, Palo Pinto, Leesville, Tightwad, you guys are getting hammered right now with very heavy rains, probably blowing horizontally. Right now, the winds are still showing, on my other program, still showing right around 38 to 40 miles per hour winds, but could have some pretty good sized hail coming down in this area. 21 minutes left of the severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Henry County. You get Weather Call by going to subbiesweathertalk.com. It's the easiest way. That is our webpage, and right on the home page of our website, I'm gonna bring that over here real quick. subbiesweathertalk.com. Right on our webpage, there's a link right there. You can click on it. It'll tell you all about Weather Call, and then you can come down here and you can register for Weather Call right there. Right on subbiesweathertalk.com. Yeah, Brownington, Deepwater, Lowry City, Osceola, Vista, Roscoe, El Dorado Springs, and West. You guys are good to go for the rest of the night. I have a feeling they will likely extend this severe thunderstorm warning, possibly into Pettis County. The reason why it cuts off real sharply right there at Benton County is because Benton County is actually in the Springfield National Weather Service zone. So here we go again. Another big reason why we do what we do here at Subby's Weather Talk. And that's because a lot of our counties are right in between the two National Weather Service offices. Sometimes we kind of get left out. And that's the reason why we go live during these severe events so that I can help keep you guys informed what's going on. National Weather Service, not dogging them one iota. They are understaffed and they've got a big job to do. Springfield, they've got this entire area that they've got to cover. Plus, they have some very strong cells coming into Springfield and Republic right now. So they got their hands full. So we'll be watching for Benton County here, and again up near Santiago, Brandon, Ionia, Colcamp, Junction, Lincoln. You guys are going to be hit with this here in the next 15, 20 minutes. Polygon. Donna Drive-In lost power. Thanks, Ken. Trees down all over in Brownington. That was where the strongest wind when that cell was coming over was right down, right. I mean, really right on top of Brownington. So, and again, if you're down around the Warsaw area, so the National Weather Service has been getting reports of, rotation. People calling in saying they're seeing rotation, and again, they explain to the emergency management as well that there are some low hanging clouds similar to that shelf cloud that we seen on our Skycam. That is pretty ominous looking. And so again, they kind of reiterated what I had mentioned earlier, is that the tornado conditions, the ingredients needed for tornado formation, is not there at all tonight. So we don't have any tornado probabilities tonight. But if you see some scary looking clouds, that's basically what those are, scary looking clouds, and that you kind of rest easy. I don't think we have to worry about any tornadoes with any of these cells, but we do have to worry about 60 mile, 70 mile per hour winds. They can do damage. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued by Springfield for far southeast Benton County. That's going to include Klamath Springs. You just heard my weather radio go off. At 5:31 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Knox Creek, 12 miles west of Camp Epic, moving north at 30 miles per hour. Stop cooking. Oh man, that's like a misdemeanor around my house. If I got to stop cooking. All right, let's jump up here. Let me just zoom out. Let's just do kind of a little bit of a recap what we got going on. So we starting all the way up here to our friends up here near Carrollton, Hardin, Bogard, Braymore. Severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going to be for 60 mile per hour winds. And then we move down here to Knob Noster, Hughesville, Houstonia, Concordia, Alma. That's going to be for 1 inch quarter size hail and 60 mile per hour winds. And then we also have here in Eastern and Henry County, we have 1 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds also possible. This is coming into Windsor and Bowen. Here, looks like it's coming into Bowen right now. Windsor, you're going to get hit here in probably the next 5 minutes. Leesville, it's come through you. It's coming into Lincoln right now. And then eventually over towards Coal Camp and Coal Camp Junction on 65 Highway. So we've got a camera up right now. Let's take a look here. This is Coal Camp. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit because I want to explain to you guys likely what Benton County 911 is referring to, getting calls from people saying that, there could be rotation or a tornado. But again, looks really ominous here, guys. So this is actually in Coal Camp, just outside of Coal Camp. This cam is set up on a grain bin. And as you can see, there are some low-hanging clouds. You can see them like up here. You can see some low-level clouds down here. And again, those are just scary-looking clouds. There's no rotation down near the surface, down at that level of the atmosphere. The tornado threat is not there for tonight, but very ominous-looking clouds. So just wanted to show you guys so that, if you're in the Warsaw, Coal Camp, Lincoln area, you're going to see some pretty scary looking clouds ahead of this thing before the torrential rainfall. But just know that right now, as of right now, you're not in any kind of warning, and just some torrential rainfall in the Lincoln, Warsaw, Coal Camp areas. We'll keep that cam up there just for a little bit longer. Thanks, Dora. Yeah, Jordan, the watch will expire early. They've already canceled it for Cass County, Jackson County. So once we get this line of storms off to our east, they will begin to knock it off some of the counties. We got heavy rain reported in Warsaw. Matches up with radar. Starting to come into Lincoln. Lincoln, you're starting to get hit with some very heavy rains. Windsor, same for you. Bowen. Green Ridge, you're just about you're on the very edge here. Next 5-10 minutes, you're going to get hit with some heavy rains, and of course up here, Lamont, Shoesville, Houstonia, Sweet Springs, getting hit with some very heavy rainfall right now. And then eventually it's going to move on over into the Sedalia, Smithton area here over the next 20 minutes or so. Hey, Sean, you bet. Let's take a look at Springfield here real quick. You guys got a pretty heavy thunderstorm that's coming through Springfield right now. There is about another 9 minutes left of a severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds associated with that cell. Let's take a look at the winds. Looks like the strongest of the winds right now down just south of Brookline, just northeast of Republic right now. Looks like around 45-mile-per-hour winds. Now kind of branching back out. Let's jump back over to reflectivity. So all of these storms, I'm going to put this into motion here for you. They're moving up to the east northeast. So they're in Springfield. These storms out here near Greenfield and Mount Vernon, they're going to stay to the northwest of Springfield proper. So I think a lot of it, you're going to be watching some of these cells down here to your southwest. So all right, so they did go ahead and allow the severe thunderstorm warning to expire for eastern Henry County. You notice our webcam, you see how much it's shaking right now? Getting some big winds there in Cole Camp out ahead of this storm. I'm going to go ahead and kind of bring that up just a little bit. So definitely getting some strong winds up here near Cole Camp right now. As this line of storms moves across Benton County, you guys are not under any kind of warning right now in Benton County unless you're in the far southeastern corner of the county down near Climax Springs and along Highway 65, I believe, right there. Now, that's a little bit wet there, but nonetheless, Highway 65 down toward Edwards and Fristo, a little bit of a hell core down there anyway, but mainly just torrential rainfall from Windsor down to Lincoln, Warsaw, all the way down to Climax Springs. And of course, that's going to be heading into Colcamp. That's what you're seeing now on our cam right now. You can really see that wind is really shaking the camera up there at 90 feet. Thanks, Teresa. So Leeton, Warrensburg, Clinton, Uri, Creighton, Holden, Kingsville, Garden City, Appleton City, Lowry City, El Dorado Springs, and Point to the west. You guys are in good shape for the rest of the night. The severe weather threat is now over for you guys. So just kind of rest easy for you all. The main concern right now is going to be a line of storms from Concordia down to Lamont, Green Ridge, down to Windsor, Colcamp, Lincoln, down to Climax Springs, and Cross Timbers. That is the leading edge of this front that is causing all of these thunderstorms. So that is what we're kind of watching right now. And again, I think once these storms exit Pettis County, they exit Benton County, and I think we're going to be in pretty good shape the rest of the night. You guys probably getting tired of listening to me. Yes, Warrensburg, there. You know, when I say you're done, you'll likely still have some thunder, some some light rain around the area. But yeah, for the most part, Warrensburg's severe threat is done for the night in Warrensburg. Kirsten said her weather rock is getting wet. Thank you. I'm going to get my pen. I'm going to mark that down for you guys over there in the big metropolis of Calhoun. I got weather rock is wet. I'm going to send that over to the National Weather Service. Thanks, Kirsten. So again, if there's anybody that is new to the stream, possibly, I know we've had a lot of new members here over the last month or so. We haven't had to do too many live streams, but this is kind of what we do when we have severe weather in our West Central Missouri area. We'd like to go live, kind of explain what's going on. We take a look at the storm structures. We take a look at radar, who's going to get hit, the timestamp on these cells, and just another way to keep everybody informed and protected here in West Central Missouri. So glad you guys are able to take part in tonight's stream. Now that we're around 540, now we're getting up there close to about 500 people in the streams on all the platforms. I'm live on just about every social media platform out there when we have severe weather. The most popular one, obviously, is YouTube. And of course, if you're not sure where to go to find a live stream, you can always, again, go to our website. Guys, our website I made for you guys. It costs money every year to be able to edit it, to be able to keep the domain name Subby's Weather Talk. This is all provided by you guys during our fundraisers and through donations. So I made it for you guys, and you guys can go on there. There's so much information on our website. Keep you busy for a very long time, going through all of our menus and seeing everything that you can do with our, it's kind of a one-stop shop, really. And Subby's Weather Talk has a link to all my live streams, to my weather blog, to my podcast, to radar. It has everything. So definitely encourage you guys to use that website to your advantage. So though just a little bit further north, up near Marshall, Slater, Nelson, They did extend the same severe thunderstorm warning up for you guys that is going through Knob Noster, Houstonia, Hughesville now. So if you have any friends or family up here in this area near Marshall, you might give them a heads up. Let them know about weather call. And then, of course, let them know they've got a strong storm that's heading their direction. Sedalia heading to Lincoln, Jordan, right along 65. So, again, once you get to about Windsor Junction on 65, there on the corner of 52 and 65, you're going to be running into a lot of rain, and don't feel bad if you got to pull over for 5 minutes and let that horizontal rain move past you. Then do it. Don't feel bad. I've had to pull over several times. You just can't see. So it will be low visibilities on 65 south of Windsor Junction. You don't get tired of listening to me. Oh man. I don't think anybody's ever said that to me before. So looked like 7 and C out just east of Clinton. Looked like they picked up 0.70 inches of rain. So fantastic news for Henry County, picking up some much needed rainfall. Hopefully we get a little bit more as we go into the weekend. So we are getting quite a few reports of flooded roads in and around Springfield right now. Looking at some pictures and video down around the KY3 down there in Springfield. And yeah, there's quite a bit of water coming over the parking lots and over the roads right now down in Springfield. And of course, they're getting hit with some very heavy rain down in the Springfield area. All right, so here's what we've got right now. We do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings or special weather statements in west central Missouri, with the exception of far southeast Benton County down around Climax Springs. They are getting pounded down there near Climax Springs right now, south of Nobby. It's right on the county line right now. Now, that's not saying that there's some strong storms out there, because all the way up through Cocamp, watching the cam from Cocamp right now, and it is absolutely pouring in Cocamp right now. So, and a lot of wind associated with it. And up through Windsor, and it'll be coming into Sedalia here momentarily. But the good news is that now that we're kind of losing a little bit of the heat of the day, being about 10 till 6 right now. So that's great news. And how much longer we have on that? About 11 minutes. So Basically, what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to wait until this severe thunderstorm warning for Benton County expires, or they go ahead and let it expire early. Let this expire, and then I'm going to say that most of us are going to be in pretty good shape for the rest of the night. There are still going to be some ongoing thunderstorms in Colcamp, Lincoln, Green Ridge, Sedalia, Hughesville, Smithton, but they do look like that they are going to behave at least for the short term. And I will go ahead and end the live stream for the evening, and then of course just keep you guys updated via social media posts for any changes that we have for the rest of the evening. We still have a large tree and power line down in Warrensburg in Johnson County. Looks like that's all of the new damage reports that's been brought in thus far. So Walmart in Warrensburg, if anybody is up in that direction, they are without power right now in Warrensburg. That is, the Walmart in Warrensburg is without power. Thank you, Angie, for that donation. I sure appreciate that. Thank you so much. And again, the donations and our fundraiser goes all toward software during a specific event like we're having tonight. I'm using about 4 different software packages. I have several screens up at one time. Of course, I got streaming software, I got radar software. I also have my own integrated software to be able to detect rotation, wind speeds, that good stuff. We've got lots of software that goes into keeping our area safe. So I do appreciate all the support you guys have given me here over the last about 5 years now. So big shout out there to our sponsors of Storm Track Weather, and that's Max Motors, Clayton Hartfelt, and then, of course, we've got Family Safe Storm Shelters down in Republic. Now, what they do, they allow me to be able to work at the radio station and be able to get this information out to even more platforms on air and doing different social media aspects. So, big shout out to them for sponsoring this stream to be able to get it out there to more people. So, appreciate all the support that I get here at Subby's Weather Talk. There are some reports of pea-sized hail down by Mercy Hospital in Springfield. I know we have a lot of family, a lot of friends down in the Springfield, Missouri area. So they are getting some pea-sized hail down by Mercy's Hospital in Springfield. They do have a flood advisory down here also that probably be popping up here on the screen for Springfield for those flooding concerns. Somebody, actually Garrett, on Subby's Weather Talk. You guys can go over there to our Facebook page. He posted a video. Even though he does not condone the act of being on your phone and driving at the same time, he has a video on there driving through Springfield. Flash floods everywhere down there. So jump over there and give that a look. We actually have a few good videos out there and pictures taken from a lot of members of Subby's Weather Talk. So definitely jump on to our page and take a look at it. Zaremba Farms posted a real nice one near Green Ridge of that shelf cloud that we were following with our cam earlier. All right, guys. So National Weather Service out of Springfield, they are going to go ahead and allow this to expire for this little corner of Benton County at the normal time here in 4 minutes. They did replace it with a special weather statement. So that pretty much puts West Central Missouri in the clear for severe weather right now. Still, strong storms are going to be heading into Sedalia, ongoing in Coal Camp. But, you know, the severe weather not looking very impressive right now. Those of you in Johnson, Henry, most of St. Clair County, Vernon County, Bates County, Cass County, the severe threat is over now for you guys for the rest of the night. Benton County, you still have that line of storms in the eastern part, and there are a couple other cells back to your west that will be moving across. But for the most part, the severe weather is likely going to be done for the night, although we'll still have some stronger thunderstorms in the area. So with that, I am going to go ahead and call it a wrap here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it. Thank you for all your reports, all the encouragement. I love it. And the National Weather Service definitely appreciates it. They issued several advisories and warning based on your all's reports. So it's very important what we do here at Subby's Weather Talk during the live streams with all of your reports. And again, go to Subby's Weather Talk, click on the link for Weather Call, learn something about Weather Call, learn how that can actually be life-saving information, a life-saving program that's only going to cost $15 for an entire year to keep you and your family safe. I encourage you guys to do that. That's going to cover you for our second half of severe storm season. It's going to cover you for our spring storms and our summer storms in 2026 for $15 a month. And if you go on vacation, you go to Springfield and you're going to stay at a hotel, all you got to do is click a button that says follow me, and Weather Call will stay with you wherever you go. And just as I say that, we get a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern half of those thunderstorms in Benton County. Now, what I think they done on this, guys, is it's a rather large severe thunderstorm warning. It goes all the way over to Eldon, Lake of the Ozark, Osage Beach for sales. The strongest part of this line is actually going to be just to the east of Coal Camp, down to come into Stover, Gravois Mills, down to Climax Springs. So for the most part, the heaviest of this line of storms is east of the area. A special weather statement had been issued for the northern part of that line up near Sedalia. So that is for this part of the line right here. And what we're seeing is a little bit of wind up there right around the 45 to 55 mile an hour range, right on the leading edge of that. a couple of small hail cores, but for the most part, we're looking at up to 60-mile-per-hour winds with this severe thunderstorm warning. But for the most part, you live in Coal Camp, all the way down toward Climax Springs. The worst of it is now past you. So again, you're still going to get the severe thunderstorm warning. I'm sorry, you're still going to get the strong thunderstorms. You're still in the polygon, but the worst of it is past you from Coal Camp down toward Climax Springs. So just torrential rainfall, a lot of lightning, and oh yeah, did I say 15 a month? Oh gosh, Karen, no, I'm sorry. That's 15 for the year, everybody, for weather call. 15 for the year. So, yeah, for $15 a year, it's going to cover you now all the way to this time in 2026. So you're going to be covered with weather call for the severe storm season that we're in right now, the second half, as well as all the springtime storms, all of the winter storms in the winter, as well as summertime thunderstorms. You're going to be covered for you and your family. You have a opportunity to put two phone numbers in there. You can put you and your spouse or you and your kid. And again, wherever you go, you're covered. If you go to Springfield, stay at a hotel, hit a button, and it will follow you, put like a dome over you, and protect you wherever you're at and notify you of any threatening weather. So for $15 a year, that is great peace of mind. And again, you have to have multiple ways to receive warnings, watches, and advisories. You can't just rely on weather radios. We know that firsthand, as we had weather radios go down 3 times during severe storm season back in last spring. You can't rely on television all the time because cable will go out, internet will go out, but you have your cell phone. So have multiple layers because layers save lives. So definitely, guys, go over to Subby's Weather Talk, click on the link, find out what weather call is all about, and sign up, and you'll be protected. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to update on social media. We've been live here for about the last 2.5 hours as we track these storms across west central Missouri. And again, I am going to be updating on our social media platforms on 95.3 KDKD Facebook page, as well as Subby's Weather Talk and Subby's West Central Missouri advisory page. So you can jump on there, find out the latest information, and again, we'll be watching this closely. And if anybody has any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me, and I will be monitoring the situation here at the home base. Have a great night, everybody. Stay weather aware. I'll be talking to you soon.